Someone said something kind to you today, maybe several people did, and there was one moment, one small, ambiguous, probably meaningless moment that you cannot stop thinking about. Not the compliment, not the good conversation, not the moment that actually went well, the one awkward silence, the message that came back just a little too short, the expression you couldn't quite read. And no matter how many good things happened around it, that one thing is the thing your brain decided to keep, decide to keep. If that sounds exhausting, it is. And there is a very specific reason. Your mind works this way. This isn't you being dramatic. This isn't you choosing to focus on the negative. This isn't a mindset problem that a few positive affirmations will fix. This is your brain running a program that is thousands of years old. And once you understand what that program actually is, the way you relate to your own mind starts to change. Psychologists call it the negativity bias, and it might be the most important thing about human psychology that nobody ever taught you. Here's what's actually happening. For most of human history, hundreds of thousands of years, the world was genuinely dangerous, not metaphorically dangerous, not socially uncomfortable, actually physically life-threateningly dangerous. And the humans who made it through, the ones whose DNA eventually became yours, were not the most optimistic ones. They were the ones who noticed the threat first, who assumed the rustle in the grass was something dangerous before confirming it, who treated every uncertain situation with caution rather than ease. Because the ones who didn't, well, they didn't make it to pass anything on. So your brain inherited something extraordinary, a finely tuned, relentlessly efficient threat detection system, wired to register negative experiences more powerfully than positive ones, to hold on to danger longer than it holds on to safety, to scan constantly, quietly, automatically for what could go wrong before celebrating what went right. And research consistently shows it affects every area of your life. One criticism lands harder than 10 genuine compliments. One awkward moment stays longer than 100 easy conversations. One thing that didn't go well replays more than everything that did. This is not weakness. This is not pessimism. This is ancient biology doing exactly what it was designed to do. But here's where it gets quietly painful. You are not in the savannah. You are not facing a physical threat that requires your full survival level attention. You are lying in bed at night, holding your phone, rereading a message that came back as just K, one letter in response to a paragraph you rewrote 3 times that you thought about for 20 minutes before sending. In your brain, your ancient, devoted threat detection brain is treating that single letter with the same urgency it once reserved for actual danger. It is scanning for meaning, running interpretations, building a case. Are they upset with me? Did I say something wrong? What does this mean for us? All from one letter. And the most exhausting part, you know somewhere that it is probably nothing. But knowing that doesn't stop the spiral because your brain wasn't built for probably nothing. It was built for better safe than sorry. So what do you do with a brain that is biologically wired to hold on to the hard things? First, you stop blaming yourself for having it. The negativity bias is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that your ancestors were paying attention, that the people who came before you cared enough about survival to pass down the most vigilant version of a human mind they could. You did not choose to notice the one criticism more than the 10 compliments. Your brain made that calculation before you were even conscious of what was happening. And here is the second thing, and this one matters. Awareness of the negativity bias genuinely measurably reduces its power over you. Research in cognitive neuroscience shows that simply naming what your brain is doing, this is my negativity bias, that this is not the full picture. This is my threat detection system, misreading a social situation as a survival threat creates real distance between you and the spiral, not immediately, not perfectly, but enough to pause, enough to choose what you pay attention to next.